Chapter 2: The Struggle for the Trip. The excitement of the Durban trip spread quickly through the school. Everywhere Felicity turned, students were talking about it. What they would pack, what activities they hoped to do, and how amazing the beach would be. Tyla could hardly sit still in class. She whispered to Felicity, "Imagine us walking on the sand, taking pictures, swimming. I already told my parents, and they said yes. They paid this morning." Felicity forced a smile. "That's great, Tyla." But inside, her heart sunk deeper every time someone mentioned the trip. She knew her parents couldn't afford it. Her father was away, trying to earn money for the family, and her mother's small fruit and vegetable stall barely brought in enough for their daily needs. During break time, she sat under the tree with Kevin. He was munching on an apple while watching her carefully. "You're quiet today," he said. "What's wrong?" Felicity shook her head. "Nothing, just tired." Kevin leaned closer. "Is it about the trip? You don't look excited like Tyla." She looked down at her shoes. "Maybe, but it's not important." Kevin smiled softly. "Don't worry about it. Trips come and go. What matters is that we're together." He reached out and squeezed her hand. Felicity smiled, but guilt pricked at her. She wanted to tell him the truth, that she couldn't afford it, but the words wouldn't come out. A week passed, and the deadline for payments grew closer. Tyla was bursting with excitement every day, reminding Felicity how amazing Durban would be. James and Kevin, however, didn't seem interested at all. "I'm not going," James told Kevin one afternoon as they walked home. "It's just not my thing. Too much noise, too many people." Kevin shrugged. "Same here. I'll let Felicity go if she wants, but I don't care about the beach." James smirked. "You're too in love to care about anything else." Kevin laughed. "Maybe." Meanwhile, Felicity was struggling. Each time her classmates talked about the trip, she felt like she was shrinking inside. The thought of staying behind while Tyla and everyone else had fun broke her heart. Then, one afternoon, something unexpected happened. The classroom was empty during lunch break. Felicity sat at her desk, staring at her exercise book, lost in thought. She didn't notice when Dexter Blake walked in. "Hey!" His voice broke the silence. Felicity looked up quickly. Dexter leaned casually against the doorway, a grin on his face. "What do you want?" she asked, her voice sharp. Dexter shrugged. "Relax. I was looking for a friend, but it looks like you're all alone." She sighed and returned her gaze to the book. "So what? That's none of your business." Dexter walked closer and sat on the edge of her desk. "Why do you look like someone just died? You're usually with Tyla or your boyfriend. Now you look like you're carrying the whole world on your shoulders." She rolled her eyes. "I'm fine. Just leave me alone." But Dexter wasn't the kind of person to give up easily. "Come on, tell me, what's wrong?" She hesitated, then thought, if I don't say something, he'll never leave. So she whispered, "It's about the Durban trip. I can't go. My parents don't have the money." To her surprise, Dexter didn't laugh or tease her. He tilted his head and said, "So that's it, money." She nodded, embarrassed. "What if I paid for you?" he asked suddenly. Felicity blinked. "What? You're joking." "I'm serious," Dexter replied. "I've got money. It's no big deal." Felicity laughed nervously. "Nothing is free, Dexter. You don't just pay for someone without expecting something in return." But Dexter didn't look offended. He leaned back, his eyes softer now. "Not everything is about payback. Sometimes people just help. You know, my parents are always gone. They travel everywhere, leaving me with the maid. I grew up with money, but without them. Maybe that's why I cause trouble, so people notice me." His voice sounded different, less arrogant, more real. For the first time, Felicity saw another side of him. Before she could answer, the bell rang. Dexter stood up and walked toward the door. "I wasn't joking. Think about it. Missing the trip would suck." He left her sitting there, stunned. That evening, Felicity couldn't stop thinking about what he said. The offer sounded crazy. She had always seen Dexter as nothing but a spoiled troublemaker. but the way he spoke today made her wonder if she had been wrong about him. The next day, after school, Felicity walked with Tyla while Kevin went to soccer practice. It was the perfect chance to share what was on her mind. "Tyla," she began slowly, "Dexter offered to pay for my Durban trip." Tyla stopped in her tracks. "Wait, what? Dexter? And you actually talked to him?" "Yes," Felicity admitted. "He said he was serious." Tyla's mouth dropped open. "But you hate Dexter. Since when do you two even speak?" Felicity shrugged. I don't know. It just happened. He didn't sound like a bad person when we talked. I think I judged him too quickly." Tyla frowned. "This is unbelievable." Then she thought for a moment, her voice growing softer. "But Felicity, if he really wants to help, maybe you should let him. I don't want to go on that trip without you." Felicity bit her lip. "What about Kevin? How can I explain where the money came from?" "Tell him it came from your dad," Tyla suggested quickly. "He's away making money, right? Just say he sent it." Felicity shook her head nervously. "I've never lied to Kevin. Not once." Tyla squeezed her hand. "Sometimes a small lie is better than hurting someone's feelings. Besides, you'll get to come with me. Please, Felicity, don't miss this chance." Felicity's heart pounded. She didn't know what to do, but part of her wanted to say yes.
On the morning of the final payment day, Felicity made her choice. She sent Dexter a message. "I accept your offer, but this doesn't mean I'll date you. I have a boyfriend." Dexter replied almost instantly, "That's not a problem. I only wanted to help, nothing more." Later that morning, Dexter slipped into his parents' room while they were away and took some cash from his father's hidden drawer. It was easy for him. His parents never noticed what went missing. At school, Felicity met Dexter secretly by the gate before classes began. She told Kevin she needed to head straight to her classroom. Dexter handed her the money in an envelope. "Here, don't look so shocked." Her eyes widened. "Dexter, I don't even know what to say." "Say thank you," he grinned. Felicity's happiness burst out as she hugged him quickly. "Thank you, Dexter." Later that day, she paid the school office for the trip. Relief flooded her, but also guilt. She told her mother that Tyla had paid for her so she wouldn't feel bad, and she told Kevin that her father had sent money from out of town. It was the first time Felicity had ever lied to the people she loved most. The day of the trip finally arrived. The students packed their bags and climbed onto the bus, buzzing with excitement. Tyla chattered endlessly about the beach, snapping photos with Felicity. Kevin and James stayed behind, uninterested in the trip. Kevin waved goodbye, his smile wide, never suspecting that Felicity's secret was beginning to grow between them. As the bus pulled away, Felicity looked out the window. Her heart was racing, not just with excitement about Durban, but also with confusion. Why did Dexter's smile keep flashing in her mind? And why did it feel like her life was about to change forever?